Hey everyone, today we are making egusi. In the pan I'm adding my palm oil. Oops, excuse. Okay, in the oil I've added the diced onion, diced red onion. You can use white onion, red onion, doesn't really matter. That's what I have though, and it's starting to fry. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my pepper mix. This consists of red pepper and onion blended. Okay, I'm gonna let that cook and fry for a bit, and let it cook for at least 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll come back. So I'm currently mixing about 2 cups of egusi in here with water. I'm just gonna mix it till it's softened, and we're gonna add it to our stew that's boiling softly. So shortly, I mean. So the stew's been cooking for about 6 to 8 minutes. I'm gonna add my paste, egusi paste that I mixed in water to the stew so that they can cook together another 10 minutes or so. We're gonna have that cooking in the sauce, and it's gonna start to thicken up. So, and I'm using about 2 cups of blended egusi for this recipe. So there you go. Egusi has been cooking. I'm gonna stir it into the stew. Okay. And as you can see, it's sucking all the water from the stew. So this time I'm going to add, I usually cook with bouillon, because then I don't have to use too much salt. Especially egusi does not require a lot of salt. So I'm gonna add my frozen homemade broth. Okay, that's gonna serve to add more water back to my stew. Okay, I have it frozen, so, and that's gonna serve to add more water, and my stew is going to start to multiply here. Okay, my stew is cooking, bubbling. I just added a little bit of bouillon, beef bouillon, and a little bit of curry in here. Again, my seasoning is really from the broth, because my meats are always well seasoned, so I don't need much salt and none of that in here, because egusi does not require too much salt. So you don't want your egusi to be salty. Even if you don't have a broth, don't use too much salt in it. Okay, to the pot I'm going to start adding my protein, and the first protein I'm going to add is the tripe, the beef tripe. I just want it to start to marinate in the egusi so that it can be well meshed in there. That's the first one. And then I like to also add some prawn. I don't have the dry fish prawn, so I have the fresh one, which I'm also gonna add to it for flavor, and I just like also to have prawn in some kind of seafood in my egusi. So I'm gonna let those cook together. Right, those are fresh prawn that I just put in there. I usually use the dry one, but I don't have right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let those cook and simmer together. So the egusi has been cooking for about 10 minutes now, so I'm just gonna let it cook for more, for all those meats to cook together. Did you put on the thing? Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna add now is my other meat, and in goes the cow foot. I've already pre-cooked this, and also I have turkey, smoked turkey also. little. So I'm gonna head to add it. I'm gonna let this cook with the stew. It's really coming together. My prawns are cooking. They've changed color, as you can see. So I don't want my prawn to be overcooked, because then it doesn't taste too, it tastes too rubbery. So that's why I add the meat now. Those ones are well seasoned. They're gonna mesh in there, and I'll be back. Go ahead, don't block this together. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna add is bitter leaf vegetable. This is bitter leaf, so I'm going to add that to it just for texture. And also bitter leaf gives the stew flavor, so it's really good. I'm just gonna mix it and let it simmer for like 2 to 3 minutes, and our egusi is ready. Okay, so the vegetable is finished. As you can see, the vegetable is looking, the egusi is looking good. The vegetable is nice and cooked. It's bitter leaf, so it's very soft. You don't need to cook it for long. And that is it. Our stew is looking good. Look at all this protein, nice and soaked in it. So I'm gonna plate and show you guys. Guys, this is my plate. So this is the egusi, the finished product. This is what I'm having it with, which is pounded yam. And that's it.